Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, welcome, friends of Japanese Prince. Well, let me introduce myself. My name is Dieter von Schura, for those who don't know me yet. And I'm the owner and manager of the Artelino company. The Artelino company sells Japanese prints in weekly online auctions since 2001, by the way. Well, today I'm not going to present an artist biography, and I'm not making a review about a book that you can buy from Amazon or any other bookstore. No, I'm going to present something very special. It's called e-hon. This is a Japanese album and it's handmade, although it comes with a hardcover, but inside are 20 handmade Japanese woodblock prints. So again, no offset book, and it was published in the 1950s as a limited edition of 80. The artist is Senpan Maekawa, and the title is Hot Spring Notes. I'm going to tell you more afterwards, because that was actually published in 5 volumes, and this is the last volume. First, a few words. Who was Senpan Maekawa? Well, he is one of the leading artists of the so-called Sosaku Hanga art movement. I'm not going to explain that now, otherwise this video would last for half an hour, but you can find a video where I explain what the Sosaku Hanga art movement is. Senpan Maekawa was born in 1880 and he died in 1960. He was the son of a shopkeeper family in Kyoto, and Senpan Maekawa, he studied art, can't remember where, Art Academy probably, and after he had finished his studies, he took a job as a cartoonist for a satirical magazine. So he made cartoons at the beginning, and he was quite successful with that. Later, he even had his own cartoon series in a Sunday newspaper, a Japanese Sunday newspaper, about a clumsy bear. Well, and that happened all before World War II. Senpan Maekawa made his first print in Sosaku Hanga style in 1990. But only after World War II, after the Great Pacific War, he became famous as an artist on an international level. Well, those who know the artist, he is known for woodblock prints in cheerful colors, and his speciality were customs and festivities of the common people in the countryside. The Hot Spring Notes were published altogether in 5 sets, a series of 5 sets, and each set has 20 handmade woodblock prints. Each woodblock print shows a specific hot spring resort, and each page comes not only with a woodblock print, but with a description in Japanese, short description of this specific resort. Most of these designs were made by Senpan Maekawa before World War II or during the war, but most were published after the war. And well, the copy that we have here, this is the last of the 5 sets, and it was published in 1959, was published by Ayo Shobo, and is the last and 5th and final set. And I said it before, this is a limited edition of 80, and we have here the number 58 out of 80. And in the next step, I'm going to show you how you can recognize with these crazy Japanese characters the edition number. As a Westerner, you would normally start reading a book like that, the front page. No, my friends, that's an old Japanese book, and that's tricky. They read from right to left and from the back side to the front side, so the other way around. So this is Actually, what's the front side for us is the back side of the book. We have to turn it around. This is the front side. And now we start reading it like a Japanese. Let's at least try it. It's a little bit confusing, believe me. Well, let's start. And caution, caution. Okay, here at the beginning, you have the title. And the title in Japanese, that reads Tsoku, 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 Hanga Yoku Senfu. Hanga Yoku Senfu means hot spring notes, and Tsoku is the Japanese word for continued, because the title after the first set, they called it continued, continued, and because this is now the fifth and last set, they repeat the word continued, continued, continued 4 times to indicate that it's the fifth set. Crazy, but somehow cute, isn't it? Okay, now let me show you a few of these 20 handmade woodblock prints. Wait, hey, here's another one. Well, this is brush signed by Senpan Maekawa. It's not printed. By the way, do you know how to recognize whether you have to read a Japanese book the other way around or not? If the characters are shown in vertical lines, well, then it's the other way around, the Japanese way, from back to front and from right to left. Well, this is here one of the resorts, and this is the text that describes this hot spring resort. Let me show you a few of these lovely images. Well, here a guy takes a bath. But it looks a little bit gloomy. And here the whole family is taking a bath. Let me show you a few more. Here's another one. It's all about hot spring resorts. A passion of the Japanese, by the way, hot spring resorts, until our days. A few more, a few more. A little bit of landscape, maybe. Yeah, okay. Okay, here, yeah. Maybe another one before we come to the end. Yeah, here they are strolling around a little bit, and fans of the Sosaku Hanga art movement recognize this is the typical Sosaku Hanga style, completely different from 19th century Japanese prints. These artists thought they have to do everything themselves, not just the design, and then skilled carvers and printers make the rest. No, these guys thought they have to create what they called creative prints. And creative, they had learned that from the Europeans, means you have to do it yourself. Well, now let's see, what do we have here at the end? Yeah, okay, that's important. This is what I want to show you. This indicates the edition size of 80, and the characters in red, this is the edition number 58 of this wonderful album. Well, so much for today. Maybe a new experience for you, a Japanese album that reads the other way around, and with handmade woodblock prints by Senpan Maekawa, a Sosaku Hanga artist. This album we will present it in one of our coming auctions, so take a look at it, or subscribe to our artist alert, where you can get an automatic email when ever an object by Senpan Maekawa shows up. And I would be pleased to see you in one of our auctions, and I would be pleased to see you in our next video, of course. Well, for today, thanks for watching, and have a good week.